Welcome back to another Pilates by Brianna workout. Today's workout we will be using the reformer. I'm going to try to keep it around 20-25 minutes. This is one of my favorite go-to workouts when I don't have a lot of time. So we will be moving and transitioning quickly between the exercises. So you definitely want to be familiar with the reformer and the springs and your setup before this class, okay? We will be using the ball for the beginning part of the class too. So when you're ready, grab your ball. You're going to put your settings on for footwork. So I have on 3 reds and 1 blue, or 3 heavies and 1 medium on my balanced body reformer. So let's get started. You're going to come to lay on your back. Headrest can be up for right now. Put the ball between the ankles and heels will go on the bar. Arms down by your side, pelvis is in neutral, and when you're ready, you can begin pressing out and in, using the back of the legs to really try to initiate the movement. Slight press into the ball to feel the inner thighs work. We're going for about 10 here. And then you can come halfway in for pulses. Little pulses, nice and controlled with the carriage. Don't let the springs do the work. And then press all the way out and bring the carriage back into the stopper. Slide the feet down so the toes are on the bar, high heel position, and begin pressing out and in here. Ball stays between the ankles. I like to exhale as I press out, inhale back in, but as long as you're breathing, that is fine. And then come halfway in for your pulses. Up an inch and down an inch. Press all the way out and pause. Heel raises. Both heels will lower beneath the bar. Both heels will raise. Feeling it in the calves, the back of the lower legs. Still have that engagement in the ball. Next time the heels are lifted, you can pause, bend the knees, and come all the way in. Adjust the ball so it's between the heels, toes are on the bar, and we're in a Pilates V. So knees are in line with the shoulders, and then you can begin pressing out and in here. Really trying to squeeze into the ball with your heels. That's going to activate the inner thighs. One more, and then come halfway in for your pulses. Still pressing into the ball, check in with your form, steady your breathing. Press all the way out and bring it on in. Take the ball out, hold it between your hands, heels will go wide on the bar, knees externally rotated, so a nice wide position, and begin pressing out and in. Last one, and then come halfway in for your pulses. Last round of pulses here. We will be going into a bridge series next, so when we pause, if your headrest is up, you can bring it on down. Press all the way out, bring it on in. Heels will go back to hip distance on the bar, put the ball between the knees. For bridges, gently peel the back up off the mat, inhale at the top, exhale to roll back down. 1 to set. This next time, as you bridge up, you'll hold it up, press 3 times into the ball, and then lower back down. So that'll be the sequence. Exhale to come up, press 3 times, nice and controlled, into the ball, and then roll back down. We'll do a few more here at your own pace. Try to keep the hips level as you're in the up position and engaging through the glutes. Last one here. And then your legs will drape over the bar, hands up towards the ceiling for a roll up. Squeeze into the ball as you come all the way up to sitting for a spring change. You're going to take off 2 heavy springs, so you're left with 1 heavy and 1 medium, and then roll back down. Ball will go between the ankles. You're going to slide down an inch or 2 away from the shoulder blocks and then pick up the straps. For our mid-back series, legs in tabletop, and you're going to pull the arms straight down by your side and then control the arms back up overhead. One more like that. And then the next time you pull down, you're going to do a chest lift as well as straighten out the legs. We have 5 like that. So as you pull down, you'll raise the head and shoulders up and straighten out the legs over the bar. One more here. Good work. We're going to repeat that, but with T arms. Bring the arms out to a T and then back in towards your side. The legs stay in tabletop for the first 5. And then on your next one, we'll go into that chest lift with the double leg extension as you pull the arms in towards your side. When the arms are back to a T, everything will rest. One more like that. And then we'll keep the arms at your side for triceps. We have one more round like that. So right now we're in tabletop, head is down. Last one. And then we've got 5 with the double leg extension and raising the head and shoulders up. You should definitely be feeling the core. Last one. And rest down. You could rest the feet on the bar, but keep hold of the straps and just gently bring the legs side to side for a windshield wiper stretch. Hands will go up towards the ceiling, legs in tabletop. Come up to your 100 position and begin pumping the arms. Inhale for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5. Arms are moving from the shoulders, elbows are straight, legs are long. You can always rest down if you need to. Nice and strong in the upper and lower abdominals. And then we'll pause, and then you're going to press into the ball 10 times. So we're keeping the head and shoulders up, keep working those upper abdominals, and nice gentle press into the ball. Bring the knees in towards the chest, rest down, and you can hang up the straps. Pull the knees into the chest and gently rock side to side to massage out the low back. And then your feet will find the bar, lift up and place that ball underneath your sacrum. When the ball is underneath, you can go ahead and put your feet in the straps. We're going to start with a double leg bicycle. So the knees and the feet will be together, knees bent. You're going to press out over the bar, keep the legs straight as you lift the legs to overhead and bend the knees back in. Press out over the bar, legs are straight as they go overhead, bend the knees in. Trying to keep that connection between the inner thighs the entire time. And when you press out, you're really working into the back of the legs to do that motion. And as the legs go overhead, you can pause into a little hamstring stretch if that feels good for you. A few more in this direction. Next time the legs are overhead, we'll pause and reverse. Keep the knees straight as you lower the legs over the bar, bend the knees into the chest, and then straighten them to overhead. Keep them straight as they lower, bend the knees into the chest, and bring it overhead. few more here. Let's do about 2 more in this direction. And then we'll come into frog. Heels together, toes apart, knees are bent a little bit wider than your shoulders, and maintain that heel connection as you press out over the bar. And then next time legs are straight, you can pause, keep them straight as they come up through center, circle the legs away from each other, around and down, heels will find each other, and back up through center. So big hip circles. One more and then we'll reverse. Next time the legs are up towards the ceiling, you'll keep them together as you bring them down, circle them out and away from each other, back up towards the ceiling. So just switching the direction of our circles. About 5 more here. And then next time the legs are overhead, pause, bring the left knee in towards the chest and get a stretch throughout that right hamstring, the back of the legs. It should feel pretty good with the hips elevated here. And then go ahead and switch. Bend the right knee in and feel that stretch in the back of the left leg. And then we'll finish feet and straps with a butterfly stretch. Bend both knees, bottoms of the feet will come together, knees out wide. And then you can take your feet out of the straps, take the ball out from underneath the sacrum, and come on up. We are done with the ball, so you can place that off to the side, and you're going to put the box on long ways. And then I'm changing my springs to 1 medium and 1 light for our pulling strap series. So 1 medium, 1 light, but you may want to go with 1 heavy, so whatever feels better for you. Once the long box is on, you're going to lay on your stomach facing the risers. We're going to start with swan. Reach the arms long in front, hands are on the frame. You're going to pull the shoulder blades down as you pull the frames towards you, lifting the chest up for our swan. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Slight engagement in the glutes. 2 more here. Last one. Good work. You're going to pick up the straps for pulling straps. I'm holding on to the tape. Arms will go on the outside of the frame. You're going to pull the arms back and up. And you can raise your chest up into a swan as well. Really working between the shoulder blades and keeping the shoulders again down away from the ears. Working all of our postural muscles. Stay strong, you're looking good. And then you can rest. I'm going to slide my hands down so I'm on the short loop, and we're going to go into triceps. Pull the arms back and up and hold, and bend the elbows and straighten the elbows. So we're working the back of the upper arms, our triceps, by bending and straightening the elbows. Two more. And rest down. Last one we have here are our T arms. So you're going to bring the arms back and up, and then bring them out to a T, and then back in towards your body. Out to a T, back in towards the body. You're trying to keep the chest lifted, but you can also keep the spine in neutral. 5 more. Try not to let the arms drop down. You're trying to keep them throughout the same plane the entire time. Last one. And then you can rest down. Hang out the straps and just melt over the box. Feeling a nice stretch in the upper back. And then you can come on up and turn the box to short box. You're going to put on a few more springs, and we're going to do side overs. So I'm going to sit facing you with my right leg in the strap and my left in kind of that Z-sit position. And then you can lower down, find a nice long spine throughout the trunk. Hands behind your head, you're going to bend over the box and then come back up into your straight line, working on that right rib to hip connection. We're going for 10. Exhale to come up, inhale back over the box. Last one, and then you're going to turn and face the well. Hands will go on the frame, and just feel that nice stretch throughout that whole right side. You can pull your right foot in the strap for a little bit of a traction throughout the spine. To come out of it, you're going to lay on your side, left hand to the headrest, and assist you back up. And then go ahead and turn around. Left foot will go on the strap, foot is nice and dorsiflexed, and the right foot is in on the box. And we'll do our side overs, hands behind the head. You're going over the box into the well, and then back up to that straight line. 5 more. And then come into your stretch. So you're going to rotate down so that way the chest is facing the well, hands on the frame, and just feel that nice stretch throughout that whole left side body and the left hip. To come out of it, the right hand will go to the headrest, come to side bending, and come all the way up. We are done with the box. You can place that off to the side. We're going to put on one red spring, and we'll stay on that spring for the remainder of the class. And we'll come into roller coaster. So once you have that one red spring on, you're going to come to kneeling with your feet up against the shoulder blocks. Elbows are straight, round through the spine, sit back towards the heels. Use the legs to press the carriage back until the hips are down. And then you're in a down stretch position. Bring the carriage all the way up, lifting the chest up through the arms. Once the carriage is in, round through the spine, back to your hips towards the heels. So this one is nice to flow through that flexion and extension of the spine. And then come on up for up stretch. Bring the heels halfway up the shoulder blocks. We're in a pike position, arms are straight. You're going to press out to a plank with a rounded spine. Use the arms to bring the carriage forward until it hits the stopper. And then lift the hips back up to pike. When you lift the hips up to pike, try not to let the carriage move. Try to keep the carriage in the whole time. And when you're in plank, you're still rounded through the spine slightly. You're almost there. You're looking really strong. Next time you're in pike, you can pause, walk the feet forward onto the carriage for elephant. Keep the arms straight as you use the back of the legs to press out. Keep the heels down, and then use the abdominals to bring the carriage back in, so that way the feet are underneath the hips. So a few out and in here, staying rounded through the spine. Next time carriage is in, you can pause and step on off. I'm lowering my foot bar down a tiny bit because we're going to come to standing. So you're going to stand first with the right foot on the platform, and then the left foot will come up to the carriage. You're going to press the carriage out, pause, bend down to pick the flowers, and then come back up. Press the carriage out, pause, bend down to pick the flowers, come back up. 3 more. If you have a platform extender, now would be the time to use it too, if you're more comfortable with that. When you're in that pause to pick the flowers, try not to let the carriage move. You're using that outer right or outer left to control that carriage the whole time. Next time carriage is in, you can pause, sit back into a squat. Keep your weight over the right leg as you straighten out the left and pull it back in. So straighten out the left, pull it back in, trying to sit nice and deep into your squat. Next time carriage is in, you can come on up. And then you're going to turn to face the foot bar for lunges. So I have my left toes wrapped around the carriage, and I have my right shin pressing into the foot bar for some stability. Keep the left knee straight as you lunge back into that right knee, and then use that right glute to help you come back up to standing. Really trying to find that right glute engagement. Bring the carriage in, and we're going to switch. Put both feet on the platform, and then bring the right foot to the carriage. Your left shin is pressing into the foot bar as needed, and your right toes are against the carriage. You're going to keep the right knee straight as you lunge back into that left knee, and then use the left glute to come back up to standing. About 5 more here. And then bring the carriage in, and then we're going to turn so that way the left foot is on the platform, right leg is on the carriage. For our side splits, you're going to press out and pause, bend over to pick the flowers, and then control the carriage back in. When you press out, arms go to a T, pause, bend over to pick the flowers, carriage comes back in. 3 more. This one is all about control.
Next time carriage is in, you can pause, and we'll finish with our skaters. Sit back towards the heel, keep your weight in the left leg, and then straighten out the right one, pressing the carriage out to the side. Last one, bring the carriage in, come all the way up. You're going to step backwards off the reformer, first with the right leg and then with the left leg down. And then you can come to sit on the carriage and we'll stretch the hips. Cross one ankle over the opposite knee. Keep the back straight as you hinge forward, feeling a stretch in the outer thigh. Come on up and go ahead and switch. That is everything for today. If you have any other stretches or exercises you want to do, if you have the time, go ahead and go for it. But thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the workout. See you next time.